Why is it silent? Why have we not just done an intro?
I want to know the results.
No, I'm watching the poll. It's the poll. It's the
we
poll.
are supposed to be professionals, and
I know. But James, you know this is the most unprofessional show ever. You
Can I do the intro?
You've been on this show, bro. You've been on this show like years, bro. You know this,
Monts,
bro.
Can I do the intro?
Cool, you can do the intro if you want. Of course you can.
Be formal. It's like meeting for the first time and not giving the other person your name. You know what I mean? Right, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Big Six Band. It's nice to have you all. I'm James. This is Husam, and by the way, he's a reason for a lot of things, but we're not going to get into that just yet. Monts is in the top corner, and next to me is the one, the only, and he's on an apple juice diet, Callum. Right? Stack show. If we do not smash those likes, I do not know who we need to gather, whether it be, I don't even know, Steven Gerrard himself. I do not know what we need to get likes if this can't do enough. Right? Well, let's get into it. And what does the poll say? Are they blaming me?
I'll be real. The poll. I'll say the poll right now is saying 64% James, 11%.
Yeah, you see the agenda. You see the agenda.
Hold that. Hold it.
22% for Husam and only 3% for Cal. What?
People know.
People know.
I'll be real. I'm surprised. I thought they were gonna go for me being late. No. Listen, guys, after 10 minutes, we'll tell you who was really the latest one. But just know.
No. After 100 likes. After 100 likes.
Yeah, that's a better one. Like top tier from you, Cal. After 100 likes. But listen, we are back for another episode of Big Six Bands. Of course, I am joined by Cal from Coppish, the Sam from This Is Football, and of course, the return of the Maverick, James Redmond from James Redmond TV. It's so great to have him back. Of course, the legend in the game. We're all legends in the game. I'll be real. How about this? Nearly 5K subs later, bro, you're back. It's crazy. It's crazy. And listen, you are one of the
congratulations for the great work as well, bro. It's been amazing.
Appreciate it, man. You're one of the people who helped me get there in the early days as well, of course, with Cal. And you guys have helped me a lot. So again, I'm very appreciative. We're not going to make it very sentimental, but you guys know what it is between us, though. As I said, great relationships here. But listen, great relationships, but different opinions. We are here to talk Liverpool, funds, buy to sell, a lot of the stuff we haven't had to speak about over the transfer window so far. There is already 150 people in the house, and we're not even 5 minutes into the show. So I'm going to say like total today. We always set a like target. I was going to say 200, but Cal's approaching 30K subs. Husam with his 15K 5-figure self. James with his 73.4.821 self. So I'm seeing 1,000 likes in the comments. 1,000 likes is a bit much, but I'm gonna say
let's go
250. 250?
No, 500, man.
500.
500, man. 500.
500. You're onto the way Monts is that guy who'd walk into a business meeting and just sell himself for a pack of Doritos or something. It's like, bro, come on.
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
Oh, bro. That guy's just going in with bare minimum ask. You know what I mean? No room to negotiate.
Hey, man, this is, listen. What they said, 500 likes, man. The numbers are going up. So make sure you smash the like button on appearance. And if you're watching this back as well. Also, I'm on the road to 5K subs. We're very close to 4.8K. So make sure if you are watching this and you want more of this sort of panel, if you guys want more throughout the summer, you guys know what to do. Get the likes up because these guys, us four, it's dynamic. And guess what? There's still Matt and Drifty to come as well. So if you want to see them, you don't want to see Drifty and Matt join the battle,
Hey, no, this is a stack show. This is a super stack show.
Liverpool 1920. This is Liverpool 1920.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah. This is Cal. Are you onto those UFC cards that are just super stacked top to bottom? Like just everything. Like where you've got Donald Cerrone on the early prelims. That's
Yeah. We're in that vibe tonight.
That's what we're getting. That's what we're getting.
By the way, nearly 100 votes, and yeah, James, you got 50% of the late votes, bro. You got 50%, 50% of the late votes.
Callum, you're on it, isn't it? This James agenda.
I just want to say you guys are blaming the wrong person. It's someone on this side of the screen, right? On the other side of the screen. It's not me or James. It's one of these guys. That's the reason.
Bro, it's like, everyone in the comments knows about my timekeeping. One Coppish. My timekeeping is good on Coppish.
Okay. Either way, listen, people. So obviously, listen. Do you know what? Let me get through some of the comments. Of course, if the chat is flying. Big up Dennis the Great. Big up KLFC as well, saying smash the like button as well. I'm seeing so many names from the Coppish community here as well. So big up you guys. Big up Egal as well, obviously, for the redirect as well. Big up him and his Arsenal, not the Arsenal community, but his community, not the Arsenal.
Wait, isn't Egal the American Arsenal fan?
Yes, he is.
Cool
yes,
guy, fam. Cool guy. He's a funny dude. Him, lad. I laugh at him.
He's a cool guy, fam. He's a
cool guy, fam. He's a cool guy, fam. Nah, he's funny, him, lad. Big up yourself, Egal. Cool. Big up yourself.
Big up Retires, Zlatan. Yes, the Avengers have assembled. We're in Wakanda right now. We all came through the portal. We've all just came through the portal when everyone else was getting punched up. You know what I'm saying? When everyone else is getting punched up, we've just come through the portal. You know what I'm saying? We're here to fight Thanos, who is FSG. Anyway, go too far into it. Anyway, guys, so listen, Liverpool, it's come out today that Liverpool might have to sell in order to buy. Nothing new. Yeah? Nothing new. There, you know, like it's new news or anything. We have obviously acquired McAllister. You know, we call him Matt 10. Sabozalai, some might say Sabozalai, you know what I'm saying? My guy, the Hungarian monster, you know what I'm saying? He's hungry for goals. You see it, you know what I'm saying? Allow me. Anyway, listen. Now, with the two midfield arrivals, me and Kawi even spoke about the links of Fabinho also to Saudi Arabia. Those links have obviously came forth. Some people are Thiago out rather than Thiago in. So all these things we're going to be talking about. But let's start with Thiago right now. Because obviously I actually haven't had James's, I haven't had Hamid's opinion on Thiago. I've heard Cal's opinion. I can't remember. Actually, I know Husam's opinion on that. So we're going to start with James. We're going to start with you, obviously, because the Thiago out and Thiago in kind of thing is slightly separating the fan base at the moment, especially with his links away from the club. Now, honestly, bro, do you see Thiago leaving this window? And if it was up to you, would you keep him? Would you keep him here for the last year and let him go on the free? Or would you keep him to kind of add that squad depth?
We are all men of context, correct? We like context. Context is important. So you have to include context to get to a proper thing. So here's the thing. It's about context and then solutions and problems in which this could cause. So if he stays, what's the solutions and problems? And then vice versa. So let's analyze the solutions if he stays. The solutions if he stays, he plays 50% to 60% of the games. And he's a world-class player who you're using as a backup, so he can therefore be used to some degree. And if you do sell him, which I don't think it's realistic that we could get an offer of any significant amount this summer to sell him, that wouldn't be worth just keeping him for another year. So let's say, because based on realism, very likely we're not going to get an offer for Thiago. If that's the case, he's going to go for free anyway. Therefore, I think there's no point in letting him go now, which would be, I can't see us getting anything more than a 10 million to 15 million pounds offer. If it was offered, then I'd need to know the financial situation because, like we say, we're sell to buy. We need funds to bring in new players. So then who's his replacement? And if we're not getting a replacement, then we're just a player down. And someone would say, well, Jordan Henderson, he's 100% available. Well, he's 100% available playing 50% of the quality game in, game out. So even though Thiago is playing 50% of the games, he's playing at 50% more of a standard than what Henderson is playing at. So if you want to try and equate the maths, it's actually probably more detrimental having a player like Henderson in the current day, playing more games, which I see the majority of the fan base having a go with people like me. Apparently, I'm not a fan if I want Jordan Henderson gone, by the way. We can get into that if you want. But in Thiago solely,
we can get into that if we're going to do Henderson prop. I'm telling you right now. This whole
his assist, he's still living off the assist in the 5-0 win against Man United.
You know what's mad, though? I hate, because it's their fault on why now I have to slander Henderson. Because they do it. So, do you know when people say Ronaldo's better than Messi? Now I've got to diminish Ronaldo to let you know why he's not better than Messi. It's not a case that I don't like Ronaldo, but now I've got to let you know why he's not better than him. So I've got to say things that, you're not going to like. It's like that with Henderson. So on Thiago solely, if he stays, we've got a world-class player for another year. We're not going to get much money if we did sell him this summer. So I just keep him, man.
I think, I'm not going to lie, I'm 100% Thiago in, simply because, and I've said this before, I don't want to sound like a broken tape, but he is now not the life and death of the Liverpool midfield. It's not life and death whether Thiago plays or not. If Thiago doesn't play, I just shrug my shoulders. If he does play, I'm rubbing my hands and thinking, who's going to get the Thiago spin today? Who's going to hold the Thiago drop the shoulder today? Who's going to hold the Dougie? Let me know who's going to hold that Dougie. Who's going to be dabbing off the pitch when he drops his shoulder? That's what question I'm asking. But if he is playing, if he isn't playing, it don't matter no more because now we have players who can fill in that left centre mid role easily.
Right.
That we have Curtis Jones, who again is showing he's becoming the player we've wanted him to become. We have Mac 10 who can play there. We now have two options. Now, for me, even though Curtis Jones is playing well, he's not really the guy I want to go into big games facing big boy midfields against. I still probably would prefer McAllister there, but let's be honest. If we in that left side of midfield, if McAllister does get injured and we're left with Curtis Jones, that means Curtis Jones is going to be playing Europa League and Premier League. It doesn't look like great squad depth to me. If you have Thiago, McAllister, and Curtis Jones as the three left-sided midfield options, that's a headache I want to have. Man, you know what it is? Fans are too strung on who's going to play as opposed to I want to have the headache of good options.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's called big club mentality. You know, like the Arsenal fans over there telling me they're happy with Xhaka to go. He was one of your best midfielders. One of your best midfielders. Put him on the bench. Make him fight for his position. You know what I'm saying? When you can add rather than replace, that's the best way to catch City. We've done it, so we're telling you from a big brother point of view. So for me,
hey, do you know what's mad as well? They got a fee for Granit Xhaka, did they not? Didn't they get a fee?
Like 20 mil.
So now we sell Thiago, yet we miss out on the wages. We're not going to get a big transfer fee for him. Therefore, there's no productivity because if we sell him, we're still not going to be able to afford Lavia. Because I heard the news from Fabrizio. To get Lavia, we need to sell 50 million worth of players. How are we going to be able to get Lavia if we sell Thiago for 10 to 15 million? But we're not going to sell him for any more. So therefore, and if you analyse Thiago, and I hate this notion, boys, feel free to disagree. I'm happy to discuss this with you. But you know the notion that Thiago, when he plays, he's bad? I don't like that notion. I think it's a very incorrect one. For instance, when he first joined in his first season, he had the Chelsea game and then he got injured in that season. Towards the end, when Alisson got the goal and he got a run of games, he was great. You can go and watch back the season. I thought he was one of our standout players towards the end of that season. Sorry, Callum, was you saying something there, bro?
No, I agree. He's one of our best players in the run into back end of that season, and
Bang
the
on,
season
bro.
where we challenged for the quad as well. One of our best players,
bro.
Actually.
And you've just said that second point that I wanted to say, which was that he in that quad season he was amazing as well. Yeah. So when he plays, he's great, man. And if in one sentence you say we need good options, and then the next sentence you say let's sell Thiago, they're two contradicting things for me. You're not getting a better backup centre mid than Thiago, and this is the level that City have had for years, where they've had Gundogan sitting on the bench. So I'm very much Thiago in, and anyone who chooses Henderson over Thiago, it's hard for me to allow.
And that's another problem. The fact that Thiago is being linked away and Henderson's like, oh no. Henderson?
Don't touch Henderson.
Henderson leaving the club? No, Henderson, really? You know what I'm saying?
Let me jump in here.
If I slander Henderson,
I'm not Henderson.
I get that's cancelled. That's all.
So here's the thing. I love Henderson, but I also see right through the PR and his footballing ability. And I say this without meaning any disrespect. Henderson is our least talented centre midfielder. And I think that's not... I don't think that's me being disrespectful saying that. I think that's just facts.
This is what it is, yeah.
Is he a leader? Is he a brilliant captain? Absolutely. But in terms of footballing quality, unfortunately, he's the least effective player in the squad. The problem is, though, because we've not planned as a club for this summer or for a few other summers, we actually can't afford to lose Henderson at the moment. And I'm going to say it, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, it's not a big deal, but because of the homegrown situation. If we were to lose Henderson, we effectively have to replace him with a homegrown player or a player who's under 21. Now, that could be Lavia, but in the same breath as what we're saying about Thiago, I don't think we command a fee for... If we're going to get 10, 15 mil for Thiago, the most we're probably going to get is 5 to 10 for Henderson. It may actually be better keeping Henderson for now. What we really should have done is address the homegrown situation last summer. And then this summer, we could actually be looking at moving Henderson on, but we've not planned right for it. But you're right. For me, I'm Thiago in. But at the same time, I understand when people say the injuries are a madness with Thiago. But as you all three of you have said, because you've got Mac 10 now, because you've got Jones who's actually stepping up. So Bosley can play on the left of a 3 as well. He's not the be-all and end-all anymore. Before, if Thiago is out of a big game, you're sitting there going, well, we've lost today. Now, we can sit there and go, oh, well, McAllister's there, or so Bosley is there, or someone else is there. It's a big difference now. So he's been a luxury player, but now we can actually utilize him as a luxury player.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know the thing is as well, I just want to big up James for actually being very generous to Henderson. He said Henderson 50% playing level, 100% availability. 50% is very generous, very generous. I wouldn't give him 5 out of 10 most weeks. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just the stuff that he's been on this season. Honestly, some of these games, bro, like if I watch them back, I just wanna, it like my soul comes out my body with the shit that Henderson does on the football pitch. So, listen. First of all, the homegrown stuff is, it's you know what, like, it just drives me crazy about this homegrown stuff. We keep doing this whole homegrown stuff, and then we give Adrian a contract.
Bro.
Like,
Callum is just pointing out how badly structured the homegrown situation
yeah,
is.
It's badly structured, but like my thing is, if we need homegrown so bad, why do we wasting it on Adrian? Like, and
again, that's a huge club issue.
If you want to keep him around because he's good vibes, just give him a coaching contract, you know, like he can stay around. By the way, you don't even need to give him a contract. Just give him like a whatever. Like honestly, just keep him around. You could keep him around. It's not like you're not allowed to by some sort of rule. Just keep him around. You know, I'm sure all 4 of us would love to earn 50 grand a week, just, you know, making the squad feel good about themselves. You know, I'd run stand-up shows. I'd make barbecues. I'd do anything for you, for them. So it's just, I wouldn't be good enough to play for Liverpool either. So me and Adrian are on the same camp. So when it comes to this whole Thiago thing, you know, sometimes I say this, Liverpool fans don't know how to behave when it comes to depth. We had the same conversation regarding Jota. When people are like, oh, would you guys sell Diogo Jota? I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Because you need depth in the English Premier League. That's what you need. Because we don't live in utopia in which all you need is 11 players where everyone's fit all the time. Injuries do indeed occur, ladies and gentlemen. Injuries do occur. And because injuries do occur, we need options off the bench. And when it comes to Thiago, this is the first time where we're actually going to drive the Ferrari properly. This is my first opportunity to drive the Ferrari like a Ferrari. Instead of me taking the Ferrari grocery shopping, we had Thiago Alcantara putting in tackles like he is prime Gennaro Gattuso. When this guy is...
Bro, people underappreciate how much of a work rate he has. You're right there, Husam.
You know, James, what I don't understand this revisionism. Just this year, we were saying he's our best midfielder. Just this year, we were like, oh, by the way, everyone played like shit today except Thiago and Alisson. How many times did we say that this year? This guy has been by far our best midfielder this year. And by the way, I'm going to say something that might rattle some people. I think even with Szoboszlai and McAllister coming in, Thiago still is our best midfielder. He still is.
No, that's not shameless.
No, Thiago is still our best midfielder. So by definition, why would I sell my best midfielder? And for me, I don't know about like the guys' expectations and stuff. I know like it's kind of, maybe they need a bit more on this window for them to like fully just say, I expect this. But for me, I want us to win the league next season. And in order for us to have that world of us winning the league, we need Thiago. I'm sorry, we do need Thiago. Yeah. It's simple as that.
Mic drop on those bitches, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing,
bro, that's so bang on. Sorry, Monts. Do you know, just dead quick as well, if I can interject? By the way, actually, Husam, there's one thing you're not going to like me for, you know, G. I disagreed on one point, and it was basically like, I don't think Thiago's our best midfielder no more.
Who's our best midfielder?
Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai. The boss.
Could be.
Trent's
another argument.
James, you are so shameless.
Trent played there first, but Trent ain't playing there because we ain't getting a right back. So that's the only plan. Unless we go 3 at the back, maybe. But I don't see otherwise how Trent plays in midfield. But yeah, I do believe Thiago. First, second, don't care. He's still well better than 8 other of our midfielders. And I've got a problem with Fabinho and Henderson before I've got a problem with Thiago. So yeah, for sure, I agree with Sam.
No, I hear it. I think I was just to add on to what we were saying about Thiago as well. Like everyone goes on, like Thiago plays 2 games this season. Yes, we know he has injury problems and his fitness is an issue, but I just think the whole fitness thing at times is over. It's just inflated to something that it really isn't. For at least Thiago is going to start 15 games. He will start 15 games for Liverpool throughout the season. Is that enough? Absolutely not. But you see those 15 games, 14 of them are going to be 8 out of 10. And about 75 players are going to get sent the other way when he drops his shoulder. I have to keep reiterating this. So I also like fear factor. I love Curtis. Ain't no one scared of Curtis. Szoboszlai is a good prospect. He's a good prospect, but he's an unknown commodity. So ain't no one fearing him. Unknown commodity.
They'll fear him pretty quick.
He'll be feared very quick. Don't you worry.
But if we're talking,
He just needs to go to the gym. Some protein bars. People will
unknown commodity. He's more of an unknown commodity. McAllister, a very good player, who's again, I think is our most versatile midfielder already. Without playing the game, he's our most versatile midfielder straight away. But it is about that fear factor, and I think Liverpool have lost a bit of that fear factor. And someone like Thiago, we can still maintain, because no matter how bad his fitness is, we know when he plays, we know what you're going to get. And whoever, if we want to sell Thiago, I don't care who we bring in. They're not going to play more games than Thiago, because whoever we bring in is going to be 5th, 6th choice.
Nah, that's facts.
You have a 5th, 6th choice midfielder who you build for the future that you can just go get next year. Or are you going to have Thiago available for 15 games? I'm taking Thiago for 15 games, because guess what? We're not in the Champions League. So 15 of those games are most probably going to be in the Prem. And some of those games are going to be against the Man Cities, the Man United. And yes, I can't wait to crucify Manchester United this season. I can't wait to try and crucify Arsenal. I say try because they're better now. So try. You know, so I said try. So I said try.
At Anfield?
Huh?
At Anfield? At Anfield?
Emirates. There's a reason I don't bring up Asgard. Ain't no one coming Asgard. Come on.
You know what's gonna happen to United? You know, Man United. I dare you pull up with Bruno, Mount, and Casemiro. I dare you. Just please pull up with that. I double dare you to pull up with that.
Last season, you said
that 7-0 is gonna look real good when what happens to you this season. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sam, slow down with that one. Last season, you said Manchester United and Arsenal something are guaranteed 6 points. Last season,
we scored 7. We beat them 7-0. That's more than.
Hey, stop. Hey, hold on. Hey.
You said enough.
First of all, I don't appreciate you bringing up my L from last year, because I don't bring up your L's, Monts. You have hella L's.
No, but your L's were like losing hair L's, G. Like, your L's are mad, bro. My L's, bro.
Right, your hair growing back already, bro.
That's mad. That's actually crazy.
Go on.
That is crazy.
My people are known for having good hair genes. You get
no, bro, you cut your hair like a week and a half ago, bro. No. That's not real, bro. I need you to tug at your hair, bro.
No. Listen, by the way, people, quick housekeeping. We have over 300 people in the house right this second.
Smash those likes, guys. Let's get those up.
Let's get the likes up. We're on 140.
Guys, if we get to 200 likes, Mont's gonna take his cap off. I promise.
No, anyway, we're not doing that. Listen, people.
His headlights worse than mine.
We have 0.5 G8 at the moment. That is not good enough. There's 183 votes for the late vote, but there's 147 likes. Now I'm seeing some skullduggery there. Little bit of skullduggery. So people, get those likes up. We're going to be
Monts, I see that from you as well. Why don't you end the poll? Huh? You want me to win that poll so you can run the whole...
No, 200 votes I'll end the poll. Obviously, at 200 votes I'll end it. And then
guys, you know who to vote for.
I'm not going to end the vote at 164, 171 votes. Like, that's just an odd... Who deals with odd numbers?
Fair enough. That's
just serial killer stuff. Who deals with odd numbers?
Now I'm a serial killer. That's crazy.
But this is the more negative topic. We're gonna go negative, positive, negative. Let's move on to something a little bit more positive.
Okay.
Szoboszlai and Mac 10 and how they can sort of work together. Now, obviously, I've had to use this video or this meme for, like, let's say for Arsenal, because they got Rice with Casey and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to use it with Daps when they go get Vardio. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to let them have this video. And I even let Ethan use it with Maddison. But now, as Liverpool Football Club are spending money, and we can finally use it. So, guys, to see Szoboszlai and Mac 10 come in as our 8s, this is how the Liverpool fan base can feel.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh?
It definitely is.
And you see that rich man laugh. That's the rich man laugh. You know that? That's the rich man laugh. You know, you don't get to laugh like I don't really laugh like that.
I've never laughed like that.
When you got money, you can laugh.
Yeah. 4 days ago was a very special time.
Yeah, it's a very special time. But yeah, man, obviously with Szoboszlai coming in, obviously looking like at that right centre mid position, and Mac 10 filling in that left centre mid, or even Thiago, Szoboszlai, Mac 10, we have options. if we keep Thiago. So I'm going to ask you lot right now, and this one's for the chat as well. You lot, get yourselves involved in this one. I'll get to the super chat after this as well. Szoboszlai, Mac 10, or Szoboszlai and Thiago? And if you really want to say it, Szoboszlai or Curtis Jones. If you don't want to throw that one in there as well, that's fine. Give me your midfield, or even throw Trent in there. Whatever you guys.
Husam, do you not like Curtis?
James, he's doing well in the fucking under-21s game, bro. You know who else did well there? You know who else did well there? Ryan Brewster. No, because you have to. No, because this guy has mentioned Curtis Jones twice already. I've stayed calm. I cannot be calm anymore, even though I'm lagging. I still cannot be calm. The thing is with this whole situation. Listen, Brewster and Solanke killed it in the kids game, and they both sucked at Liverpool Football Club. With Curtis Jones, let's stop using under 21 Euros where they're playing FIFA on amateur mode, dribbling past 17 guys, and come here tell me, oh my God, look at his numbers versus some random nation in Europe no one's heard about. So let's not now start like, oh my God. He's a good rotation option. He's a good rotation option. Sixth choice, perfect. That's versus Luton Town. He's a star. That's where I want him to play.
Nah, but Husam, that's the point. To get to the player that you want him to be, he's got to go through the young tournaments and, they're getting the game time here and there, you know what I mean? I just think that if this season he goes on and shows that quality a bit more in the team, then, I don't know, man.
James, he's made his debut 5 years ago.
It doesn't matter.
Everyone.
It does matter.
He's still young, though.
There's plenty of players who would have made a debut and then ended up doing all right at a later date. But come on, man. Like, he's been in one of the best Liverpool teams of all time. Like, he weren't going to get into that team a couple of years ago when we were getting 90-plus points. And now we've got slightly worse. There's a gap for him there to showcase his talent. And he's definitely got ability. You know what I mean?
Do you agree he's a rotational piece only?
Yeah, right. By the way, guys, the vote is done. I'm not going to lie. There was a last minute. How about this? If I let this go on for 5 more minutes, James might not have been top. I'm just saying. So the results are in. The late coming vote, of course, James with 37%, Husam with 32%, Monts with 16%, and Cal with 13% after 200.
That's a disrespect, man.
Cal, you was bottom. You was bottom. So after 207 votes, I can reveal the reason. Well, the person who was the latest was Husam. So I think the chat owes James an apology, a big apology.
No, they don't. James can hold.
What did I say before we went live? What did I say about live before we went live? They were going to choose me regardless. That's just the agenda.
Guys, you know what this is a conspiracy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. These three have agreed to blame me. The reason why we're late is James. You guys were correct in your poll. So
you're shameless, Husam.
I was here first, guy. I was here before Monts. I was here before Monts. What are we doing here? This is all James.
How would I let you in? What do you mean? Anyway,
how are you gonna prove it then?
Let me get to the super chat. Big up Jay the activist. He says, you can't be the best if you're always injured. We're talking quality wise though, Jay, my boy. But love for the super chat though. Again, guys, as I've said in the chat, I want to see Szoboszlai Thiago or Szoboszlai and Mac 10. I want to see you lot suggestions here. It's there in the chat, so you lot don't forget. That's all I want to see in the chat right now. Cal,
I've got another one.
Which partnership?
I want Trent and Szoboszlai. Pause.
Oh, you're gonna dash Trent in there?
Yeah. Everyone, look, I am pushing the biggest agenda right now. I don't want Husam's rubbing his head because he knows what I'm going to say.
I'm about to argue again.
I only want to see.
I'm going to get the extra shot coffee.
I only want to see him in midfield from now on. I only want to see Trent on the right-hand side and Szoboszlai on the left. That's all I want to see. I don't think I'm asking for much. Carl Walker-Peters is right there. Homegrown. Right there. 10 to 15 million. Release Trent. Plus, it means Konate is not having to do the bleep test every game, which is going to prolong his career, prolong his season. Stop making Trent do 2-3 jobs. Stop making Konate do 2-3 jobs. Get a man in who does a job, which allows Konate and Trent to then thrive at what they're best at.
Carl,
you take away the defensive responsibility. I don't want to see Matoma versus Trent. I don't want to see Rashford versus Trent. I don't want to see these battles anymore. I want to see Trent running at someone's midfield. I want to see Trent with runners in front of him and their midfield go, do we engage or do we step off because Trent's got the ball at his feet?
All right,
I'm
Cal.
done. I don't want to see him inverted anymore. I don't want to see him at right.
Boy to boy, asking Klopp not to give someone multiple jobs within the game is like me asking me not to use women analogies within football. Come on, G. Come on, bro. Seriously. You're asking a man to change when he's never changed, bro.
But that's why I'm pushing the agenda. So one day, hopefully, he sees this and goes, that guy might be right. He might be onto something. One day, I'm hoping.
Do you know, I've got a couple of issues, only a couple. Okay, fine. Trent in isolation defending is not great, but that can also happen if he was to be a midfielder. Maybe not necessarily against a winger, but to be overrun is something that's a huge possibility of Trent in midfield, or to be beaten a 50-50, a huge possibility, because I see him losing 50-50s at right back. So these are my issues. And then you say the benefit is that he gets to run at the midfield and he has players in front of him. I understand that it comes from a slightly different angle, and I don't dispute offensively he could do a good role for us, but he kind of already has that when he plays the inverted role. And I know it's not quite the same, but in terms of the players in front of him, the options, being able to see the whole angle of the pitch of where he can even see the other winger, I think that's much more beneficial for Trent if we can acquire the right system around him, because there was a point in time where we were fine with him at right back because we had the right players to accommodate him when he went forward. If we can fix that, then that can work with Trent at right back. It's just, if it's too much of a fix, then yes, you've either got to put him in midfield or you don't have a place for him in a league-winning team no more.
I hear you, James. I hear you. I want the shackles off now, man. I just
feel you.
And I hear what you're saying. I'd rather him lose a battle in midfield than him lose a battle in defense, though, because you're closer to goal and you're isolating our centre backs if that's the case. And I'm no tactical genius or anything. I actually think the inverted system is such an easy system to figure out once you figure out. And we were starting to see that towards the back end of the season. Villa figured out the system. Like Unai Emery figured out the system. Like it's not going to be hard to figure out that system. And then we're a Konate injury away from that system not working. Because I mean, with all due respect to the player I'm going to mention, God forbid Konate gets an injury. Who's going there? Who's playing in that position?
Ice Spice.
Do you want that?
Ice Spice at right back. He's just calm at right back.
But that's what I'm saying. So Gomez plays as a right back as opposed to a right centre back.
He's just Joseph. He's just Joseph at right back.
Can I just want to, Callum. Callum's a lovely guy, guys. Make sure to go subscribe.
Sam's about to say something.
Callum, get your helmet on, bro. Helmet.
Listen, make sure you guys go subscribe to Kopish. Great channel, lovely. All of it. I'm not
preemptive. Me and him are friends, but I'm about to absolutely end.
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
I'm not a tactical. I do shots on target. I don't do XG. I don't do XFA.
That's a lie already, Sam. Nah, that's a lie already. Nah, you're mad. Because when we were having a salad debate, that's all you brought up was numbers. That's all.
I didn't mention number once.
No substance. In fact, that was all you were mentioning. But carry on.
Oh. Mane is about to move to Saudi Arabia. Anyway, as I was saying, when it comes to this team, when it comes to this current team, I'm not a tactical, but I'm just going to speak logically. The whole point of Trent being inverted is us having an extra body in midfield. If we remove away that extra body in midfield, the whole Trent inverting thing is pointless. The whole idea behind
because we only had Henderson. We had Henderson, Fabinho, and Jones. We needed the extra body.
No, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is the whole point, it's in numbers. Because that's what City did with Cancelo. That's what City do with John Stones. That is what Arsenal did with Zinchenko. When you invert, the biggest strength is if you have 4 midfielders in that midfield instead of having 3. So that's why my answer to Monts' question would be all 3. Now I'm going to make Callum's dreams come true. I'm going to have a double pivot of Trent and Thiago, and then I'm going to have Szoboszlai and I'm going to have McAllister ahead of them. We would defend by keeping the ball. I don't need...
Wait. So hold on. Name the 4 again.
Trent, Thiago, Szoboszlai, McAllister.
There's no ball winner in there at all, bro.
How's there no... Szoboszlai is a ball winner? McAllister is a ball winner?
No. They can win the ball, but they're not ball winners.
So I think they are ball winners. They do win the ball. But here's the thing. We defend in a different way. If that was the midfield 4, we'd defend by keeping the ball.
But we still will lose the ball at some stage. We're not going to go for a game and have 80-90% possession.
Yeah, but all 4 of them are incredibly press resistant and very good at keeping the ball.
Yeah, but what happens when the other team gets the ball? What if the other team have a couple of press resistant guys?
That's a fantastic question, Cal. Because I say we play those 4 against the bottom 12 teams only. So I'd say top 8, we need something a little bit different. Bottom 12 teams, home and away, 24 games of the season, we'd beat the shit out of them with those midfield 4. We honestly, no one's going to sit here and convince me that we wouldn't beat the crap out of West Ham, Luton Town, Nottingham Forest if we play those midfield 4.
In theory,
we play midfield 4, we defend as a unit, we attack as a unit. That would be the ultimate pro of that formation. But anyway, I don't want to, like, let me just say one quick thing on the whole Trent inverted thing. So for me, Trent being inverted adds to the steam. If I put in Trent as a midfielder, just purely a midfielder, I immediately, number one, lose one of the best right backs on earth, regardless of his quote-unquote defensive efficiencies, which we won everything with. Ooh, so defensive. Well, so for me, like, you know, we lose that. And now we've got to go buy our right back. So now it opens up another can of worms, because I know, I know Cal says, like, Gomez at right back and stuff, but that...
No. Don't lie my name like that. I've got a reputation to uphold, bro. Okay, I want to buy a right back. Sam, I've got a reputation to keep, bro. I want a new right back.
Okay, no problem. So you want a new right back. You know for a fact we ain't going to get that quality level right back right now on earth, unless we go sign Kimmich or some shit. Like,
we don't need that.
So who do we need?
Look, I know he's not a big name. I know people might not. I genuinely believe Carl Walker-Peters comes into this team and shores up that defense.
Oh, God.
Sam, right to you right now. You know
that side for years now.
Kyle Walker-Peters, really?
Nah, bro, Husam, if you analyse everything, so if it gives the opportunity for Trent to go in midfield, it's another homegrown player. It's someone who's stylistically adherent to the team, not a terrible age, about 25, 26. I understand what Callum's saying. They're also within the wage budget. You're not spending stupid money on Kyle Walker.
I'd have him as a backup.
What Callum is searching for here, Husam, is a solution to not only getting Trent in midfield, but also getting a right back for an affordable price, as we know we can only afford a certain type of right back. And then obviously someone who's homegrown. So that's what he's saying, Husam, just to make it.
Yeah, it ticks all the checklist, but it's still not a Ferrari. It's a Honda. A Honda can check all the other thing. And a Honda's a very reliable.
But you can't have a whole team of Ferraris, bro, because as you
I
said,
agree. I agree, but I'm looking at this from a totally different perspective.
Robbo, you'd be saying the exact same thing about Robbo before he joined.
No. I didn't say that because we employed Moreno. I like me and Moreno have a hate relationship.
Oh my God.
I was willing to give James Redmond the chances left back. I just had enough of Moreno.
Guys, before we move on, just before we move on, let me get to just a few of the super chats. Big up Kosai.
You're lucky, Husam. You're lucky, bro.
He says,
you're never lucky. You've never beat me in a debate a day in your life.
He says, holy crap, that's what I call the dream team right there. Just wanted to say hi. Hello,
big up Husai. That's my guy as well. Big up to you,
Husai. Big up from the panel, man. Thank you for the super chat as well. Big up Allergies as well. Yeah, I pay people, so this works as well. We need a left CV. Fab is going to be okay if we use the new formation of Trent inverted. I'm going to be okay if we don't sign a DM. Centre back is the priority, like capital letters, priority. I'm on the choo-choo train. See, I'm only using that now, the choo-choo train. You can't. Told that that one's going to stick. That one's going to stick. I'm on the choo-choo train for summer 2024-25, inshallah. Big up Allergies and thank you for the super chat.
Do people still believe Fabinho's good enough?
The DM situation is obviously the next thing that we're going to speak about. But just to finish, James, I know you wanted to say something to Sam in regards to Trent and the midfield.
Yeah, because he called me lucky.
Like, when we signed
James, you want the smoke, James? I'm ready. I'm born ready for this.
There's no smoke that I need to worry about. I've got a protective shield already, Husam. If we face to face, it'll be a different story. Come on. I'm a keyboard warrior, bro. I only do my shit talking on the screen, you know what I mean? I don't do it. If we're in person, I'll agree, you know what I'm saying? But in this current circumstance, Robbo, when he joined, he was 8 million from Hull. He was literally like a direct replacement for Kevin Stewart. And if you think at the time you would have sat there and went, yeah, you know what? This guy, bro, you're onto me. Great business. When we doing good business. But yeah, Robertson.
Andre Wisdom hero.
Bro, Andre Wisdom. Remember Andre Wisdom? But yeah, He had an egghead him, you know. He was huge. I'm saying that from an egghead point of view. You know what I'm saying? I've got a big
Hey,
egg as well.
yo, Andre Wiz. Yo,
Nah, bro.
that name just.
But Robertson weren't a league-winning left-back when he came in, and that's the argument I assume Husam's making about Kyle Walker-Peters. So it's about having that trust in Jurgen to grow these players. Because Salah, before he joined Liverpool, was not world-class. He came world-class.
I like how you're using Salah like that's my guy. Trent's
only because
my guy,
I know that's your hero. That's the only reason. So
no,
you resonate with this point.
No.
You resonate with this point because he's your guy.
James,
he's my guy as well, by the way. You just overrate him.
My favorite player of all time that I will defend shamelessly is Steven Gerrard. If you ever popped into a space,
I don't care about you,
if you ever popped into a space with me speaking on Gerrard, I'm 100 times worse than this. And when I defend Trent, I am way worse than when I defend Salah. Let me tell you, I love Trent. Like Trent's the guy. Most people tell me right now, you don't keep the same energy for Trent and Rob. I'm like, yeah, I don't, because Trent is elite. So like, it's just. I'm honest when it comes to Trent. My thing is, I think we absolutely maximize Trent's ability if we invert him, versus if we play him in midfield.
I can agree with that.
Okay, so my point, it's not even a F Kyle Walker-Peters point. I say he's a very good backup right back. However, looking at Trent and I'm going like, if I invert this guy, the amount of things that would open up for me, the diagonals, the dictating tempo, the controlling the game, the playing it in behind the lines, the balls in behind to our wingers. That stuff doesn't happen if he's playing just in regular midfield and he's got to run up and down the pitch. So these are the things for me that, like, I'm just looking at from the perspective of Zinchenko, Cancelo, John Stones. Trent as a footballer is better than all three. Based on ability, I'm saying, based like as in what he's capable of doing on the football pitch, he's better than all three. Maybe bar Cancelo's dribbling, but other than that, he's probably better than all three when it comes to like 90% of the aspects that make up a footballer. So that's why I'd want to invert him. I'm not against Kyle Walker-Peters. I'd sign him tomorrow as a backup right back, but I wouldn't want him starting in my team. As when it comes to Robertson being a relegated left back, you are correct. But back in them times, we were still trying to establish ourselves as a top 4 club. Now I'm trying to win a league title, and I've already got 5-6 world class.
Robbo became a league winning left back now.
Yes, he has, and he's he's dipped massively since 2 years, I'd say, a year and a half.
Yeah, so Salah.
Right, guys, let's just go back to the midfield conversation just briefly before we move on to the last part. It's just let me actually get my opinion. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Trent as a right back.
By the way, we're on 200 likes. Why is your hat still on?
No, because we didn't say, because we didn't make no. We don't do that. Do not do that. That's what we're not gonna do. I ain't believing it, man. It's not moving me. You know what I'm saying? Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
I ain't believing it, man. It's not moving me.
We're not gonna do that. We're not doing that. Let me talk football. Sorry. Anyway,
let's go.
Obviously, I'm with you, Sam. Obviously, in the sense that, listen, Trent, it worked. 5 years, best right back in the world. We won everything. But football evolves. Football changes and teams adapt. If teams didn't adapt, Pep wouldn't have had to change when he won the league the first time. He wouldn't have had to tweak his system. Now, just because we move Trent into midfield doesn't mean for certain games you don't have to move him back. Again, it's a benefit to us knowing that Trent has played right back for 5 years and can even move into the midfield and be as comfortable as he is. Now, I'm not all the way with Cal when I say, he's a midfielder and midfielder only. I actually think I look at certain teams and go, you're not going to have the ball this game. So Trent, you can play right back and you can dictate from deep. Whereas you can bring someone else who can do what you do and is more adept as a midfielder, i.e. a Thiago, i.e. McAllister, or even Szoboszlai, or whoever we might even bring in from the transfer window. So the thing I see is that there has to be a DM and there has to be a destroyer, because whatever system Klopp plays, there has to be someone who's going to win that ball and allow the 2-8s to be expressive, because that's what we haven't had. As successful as we've been, our number 8s haven't really been crazy expressive and crazy creative. Again, it's been from that scintillating front three. And like it or not, our front three is not as fearful as it was. Prime Salah, Mane, Firmino is nowhere near it's far beyond what we have now. Yes, we still have Mo Salah, but Diaz is still returning from his injury. Jota needs to play regularly, or it will look like he plays in high heels, apart from when he strikes the ball in the box. Gakpo only been at the club for 6 months, and Darwin Núñez better left said than done. So do you know what I'm saying? So let's just slow down with the keep Trent at right back thing. But I think for me, inverted while not having to do too much. But I want him to be a midfielder. I still want to bring in a right back personally. But I'm happy. Hear me out. I'm happy for Joe Gomez to play right back. I'm happy with him to play.
So that was you, Monts.
Huh?
That was you who said that once, and I slandered Callum earlier on for no reason. You were the Joe Gomez guy.
Yeah, and he sat there
No, I'm
silent.
not the Joe Gomez guy. I said,
So why were you quiet when I blamed you?
Callum, he saw me get rushed and just walked by.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I did. I put the shades on. I slapped my shades on. But I'm saying that if Joe Gomez plays right back, I'm not going to be mad at it. I'd rather get a Kyle Walker-Peters. Not going to lie, that's someone who I'd rather see. But I'm not mad if Trent does play right back. I think it just depends on the opposition. If they're playing a high octane midfield, Trent's dreads are going to be swinging everywhere. And he's not going to know what's flipping going on at times. You know what I'm saying? Especially if there isn't a ball winner in there. So as much as I want to do the FIFA, Trent holding, McAllister left, Thiago in there somewhere, you know, first of all, lying there as well. We can't do that. We just can't do that. We need a destroyer and we need a balance of midfield. Top will revert to type the second he has the legs to do it, in my opinion. But if we are going to do the pivot, by all means, get Trent in there. That's my opinion. Get Trent in there. So I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's my kind of take on it. Apart from the Joe Gomez thing, I'd leave that one out of there. Sorry.
I'd like Joe Gomez to be back up right back to someone this season.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I ask, where does Connor Bradley fit into all this? Good player, man. Good player. I don't think he's ready to be a certified like right back starter, which is why I don't see Trent going in midfield. Nice player though, man. That has potential.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm disappointed with the Calvin Ramsey situation. I'm very disappointed in that, but we'll have to see where that goes as well. Also,
can I just say, I got slandered for saying that Connor Bradley is just as good as Calvin Ramsey. Got slandered.
Bro, he's well better than Calvin Ramsey. You're high.
So slandered when we signed Calvin Ramsey, and I said we haven't upgraded on Connor Bradley.
That's right.
I remember when Calvin Ramsey played like 2 minutes and he just defended one back post cross and everyone just started like going over the top. Oh my God, start him out of Trent. Blah, blah, blah.
But again, people with 350 people in the house right now. What was it? Was it 300 likes? Was it 500 likes? What was the total? Like we said at the start of the video.
We wanted 500.
Damn, what are we on? 219. So guys, you know what to do. By the way, subscribe account. Make sure you go and subscribe to James Redmond TV. Make sure you go and subscribe to Dom Husam. This is football, of course. Make sure you go and subscribe to Kopish as well. The names are literally Husam. You're gonna have to do this because I'm on the other side, above you. They're above. Yeah. Where he's pointing, that's where the names are. Click that name; it will take you straight to their channel, and you can subscribe straight away. Where you're gonna find amazing Liverpool content. Again, if this video actually gets to 500 likes, I will call everyone back, and hopefully we can organize this every couple of weeks or so.
Yeah.
So if you want to see this happen, I'm saying 500 likes.
And if we get to 300 likes, James is gonna take his hat off. That's the promise.
Stop doing, brother. Yo. let me get to the two super chats.
I am a huge advocate for consent, okay? And I never consented to that. That's like regardless, okay?
Let's get to the super chats, man. Big up Jada Activity says most right backs are shocking defensively in the world of footy today.
Because because what's happened now is all the midfielders in the academy have became right backs because of the systematic change. So it just was never their game at first. You were used to literally learn to be a defender as a right back, whereas Reece James, ex-midfielder, Trent, ex-midfielder, Cancelo sometimes plays in midfield, Zinchenko plays cam for his country. Like, come on, like it's the modern day fullback. It's the way it is.
Yeah. Big up JK8092 with the £5 donation. Appreciate you, bro. He says this is an elite panel, good combo. Getting into the real detail. Love the passion from all. Husam, this Don needs his Hendo views rejiggled a bit though.
Listen, I've got.
You even put the kiss at the end to lighten the blow.
I've got nothing against Henderson. I say thank you, all of that. But if he gets sold, it will become a 10 out of 10 window directly because I think it will be one of the best. Steven Gerrard, you gave me so many unbelievable assists. I need one more assist, my brother. Call me. Let's get it done. Let's do it. Al-Ittifaq, Henderson's it's coming, my brother. Let's do this.
Here's a stat. I think Henderson got more assists in the Premier League than Anthony this season. I might have to double check though.
I took a left turn.
No.
Clip that, put that on socials, please. Just clip that, run that one bit right there. Just clip that.
I'm checking it. Give me like literally like 15 seconds because I'm just.
That's guaranteed to piss off a bunch of United fans on TikTok. Try to get that up there.
Ooh.
That'll trend nicely. What are we saying?
Oh, hold on.
Let me tell you how crazy life is. Yesterday, I was on a space, a United fan, bet a Liverpool fan that Anthony will get more GA than Mo Salah next season.
What?
Yeah,
I know.
By the way, no, they got the same amount of assists. They both
Even
got 2
better.
assists.
Even better.
Big up Henderson.
Yeah, Hendo got 2 assists. Anthony got 2 assists.
He has as many assists as the Premier League flop of the year. Big up, man.
Kieran.
I
Cal, I know you have to shoot. Obviously, this will be after finishing this off in the next 10
Guys,
minutes.
get to 500 likes so we can do this again. Get to 500 likes.
This is mad fun. I can't lie. This was mad fun. I'm not even gonna cap.
Yeah, it was sick, bro.
This is mad fun. By the way, people, we're 3 subscribers off of 4,800. So with 331 people in here, does anyone wants to just subscribe to the channel? It's below. Cal's gonna I'm not there, but it's somewhere. Subscribe button somewhere down there. So yeah, man, make sure you subscribe.
Nothing but love for you guys. We'll catch up in
love Cal, man.
Big up, boys. Guys, in the comments, smash that like button, man. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Come on.
Brother, man. Have a good one, Cal.
You too, brothers.
Last part of the show, the final part of the show, what we're going to talk about is selling to buy, and obviously Lavia. How badly? Obviously, Southampton have put a 50 million price tag on Lavia. I'm not going to lie. Now that
James is the mouse back.
What?
This guy keeps getting up to just kill the mouse. Is the mouse back?
Nah, lad, my kitchen's there and that. Do you want to flatten me? Sorry, it's all me.
No, sorry. I thought the mouse was back. Because there was a mouse behind his cupboard once, and he was like scared. He was so scared. You should have seen him.
So Lavia 50 mil, and also there's some loose links to Federico Chiesa as well. Take of that what you want. I think that's cheap. But Lavia being 50 mil, you think that's a bit? I'm not like, because now that I actually think about it, 50 mil is a bit of a stretch for Lavia. I don't know, man. I've sat down and thought about it. I thought it was fine, and now the more I think about it, it is a bit mad.
It is mad. It's 100% mad, but there's so much to unpack from the statement. First of all, I don't want Chiesa because he'd be the 200th left winger we have at this football club. For some reason, we're kind of allergic to right wingers. I have no idea why. Like, we're taking the whole socialist club thing to the next level. We're just signing bare left wingers. Like, it's just left wing. Everything is insane. Here's one topic that all three of us are gonna agree on. Even James Redmond is gonna agree with the Don Husam 6. It's crazy. You know, me and James had a mini rant like a week ago. We had a mini rant last week against that whole FSG against the whole FSG inner thing. We're like, oh, where are you now? Blah 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 blah. And now, guess what? A week later, it's like, oh, we've got to sell people to buy Romeo Lavia. And then it comes out that Szoboszlai was a loan. And then it comes out that McAllister is only this much money. And blah, blah, and we're just sat here like, oh, so you want apologies, FSG inners? Now where are you? Where are you now? Where are you now? When they're telling me I've got to sell someone to buy Romeo Lavia. There is zero excuse as Liverpool Football Club, big Liverpool Football Club in 2023, for the first time you're actually spending money to stop now when you're there's only 2 steps left. I agree with the earlier on super chatter who said centre back was a priority. I said it myself. As soon as Szoboszlai is wearing a Liverpool shirt, go get a centre back. Because immediately I've solved my midfield problem by 75%. Lavia, listen, I'm not going to do up ITK, but I told the people about Lavia long time before it happened. I spoke to Lavia's personal friend. I know Klopp spoke to the guy. So I know, like, from the player's perspective, he wants to join Liverpool Football Club. The issue is, do we put the money on the table?
Now, the club, if we don't get him, it's the club's fault.
It's the club's fault. Thank you. It's purely a money thing. Now, is 50 million too much? It probably is. It probably is too much. I'm going to say, like, I'm not just going to, like, go like, yo, club, just spend money regardless. Of course not. Okay, 50 million is too much. But even if you move on from Lavia, go get someone maybe of that quality. If you're willing to pay 10 million less than 50 million, 50 million less than that much money, go get Amrabat then. Fuck it. Let's just go get a all-out DM who's gonna destroy every single attack. He's there like a bulldog, gonna tackle the crap out of people. Let's do that then. But don't come here and tell me, because James Spears is already putting out the articles. Oh, we've got 9 midfielders. Before we go to James, I don't want to do monologues. Let's count last summer's midfielders. Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho, Keita, Ox, Milner, Bajcetic, Jones, Elliott, Arthur. Hey, guess what? They were 9 midfielders, and we still absolutely sucked in midfield because it's about the quality, not the quantity. All this, oh my God, we got 9 midfielders. We got 15 forwards. We got 19 defenders. No one gives a fuck if they're not quality. I would happily trade 4 of our bench options for 1 Gundogan right now. Because if Gundogan comes on, you would feel zero difference from any of the starters. Whilst when Curtis Jones replaces Thiago, massive difference. When Elliott replaces Szoboszlai, massive difference. When whoever replaces whoever, massive difference. That's why we need quality. So, yeah, rant over.
Good point raised. Good point raised, bro. Good point. I disagree with very little there. I'm not even going to lie to you, so I don't even want to try and jump on Husam like that. I thought it was good analysis.
I've always wanted a destroyer. Obviously, Husam, I know you're a fan of the pivot, but as I said, yeah, I want to know that destroyer.
No, I want that as well. I want us to buy Lavia. I'm not against that. I 100%.
Lavia's not really a destroyer, but I feel like he does fit what we want, though, in terms of, I like the fact that he's press resistant. And it's like, remember, Klopp's contract ends in 2 years. And we are going into this sort of mode of, now that our attack's not as potent or as dangerous, our midfielders are starting to get better technically. As I said, by the way, Keita was very technical and very good when he came in, but was more made to be more industrial. Same with Gini Wijnaldum. I just feel like, with the likes of Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Lavia, that feels very like, get the ball. How are you going to get the ball? How are you going to get the ball?
Yeah, but I think
we've been trying to transition to a possession. We've been trying to transition to a more better on the ball team. That's why we got Thiago. That's why we've been identifying these players. It's also why we got Keita. The system change that everyone has wanted changed hasn't been able to be changed because we spent 90 million on Keita and Oxlade and we kept with them for 4 or 5 years. So it's very important to recognise that before, when we had Gini, Oxlade, yeah, they were more the powerhouses and, like you said, more industrial type players because they were made that way. But then when we got Thiago, that was supposed to change, and we kind of saw glimpses on his debut against Chelsea where he was just pinging the ball left and right all game, and it was beautiful, and then got injured, came back, and we saw glimpses. Now, we may just get to see that system change everyone's asking for because we finally got the players. And then because we finally got the players, and these players are of quality, that now can lead to something. What are you two speaking to each other about, by the way?
Oh, don't worry. It's just some behind the scenes.
There's some behind the scenes stuff. I don't like when I'm talking and other people are talking.
No.
But what's it called? Yeah. Like, I'd just probably say that's the main thing, is that trusting that now whatever system change we've been trying to make is now going to get made, and it's going to get made efficiently with these type of players.
No, 100%. I don't know, man. I just feel we are in a positive place. I think there's a few more missing pieces to the puzzle that we just need to add to make things more secure, because I always say that we're not going to get Virgil back until we get Fabinho back. And Fabinho is done out for me. Like, for the fact that he gets another year is a big risk. I'll trust Klopp with it, but me personally, I would have just got rid of him this year, just because I don't want us. We just held on to so many players for so long, and I want to be more ruthless now, especially with the emergence of Arsenal and Man City being Man City and Chelsea spending 600 mil. Granted how crap they are, they're still spending what they need to do to get back to where they need to get back to.
That's right, bro.
I just feel like Fab, his legs are done, but if he still has his brain, and if he has the right legs around him, I guess we can give him another year. But again, Virgil's form is reliant on that protection from the CDM, because if we start getting caught out defensively, I've always said this, Virgil's problem is not his ability, is not his brain, it's his complacency, it's his stubbornness. Virgil will jockey, and even though that's made him one of the best defenders the Premier League's ever seen, Liverpool's defense and midfield is changing, but Virgil's not changing. The fact that Virgil is remaining stubborn and he's still jockey, passive defending, even though there's no Fabinho to help you. So that no longer works. So when you jockey, there's another attacker there. Now you're not Superman. So you can't stop all of that. So eventually you're going to have to engage. And that's a part of his game that he needs to start adapting to. And because for me, I've watched him so closely this season and he's just refusing to adapt because what he's doing is so good and has been so good. I just think either Virgil needs to adapt or Fab needs to go back to what he was, or we bring in a destroyer to do what Fab can do. Those are the three things that two of the three need to happen. Otherwise, Virgil's going to it's going to be more of a downward slope. How steep it is, we won't know. But yeah, he was Superman. LFC for the double. Virgil was Superman, by the way. He actually was Superman with waves and a skin fade and a shape up and a ponytail. 4 haircuts in one, by the way. He was Superman. But yeah, man, that's what do you guys think on that Virgil thing before we
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to say it for time. I don't think he looks the same. I don't think he's performed the same. I think he's been the worst centre back in the past 2 years, probably. When he's played next to Matip, I thought he was worse than Matip, and then when he played next to Kanate, I thought he was worse than Kanate. I also thought throughout the seasons where Matip and Virgil played together, Matip was the superior centre back at times. I think Virgil had the biggest impact and made the biggest difference in terms of influence, but I don't think he was the best centre back. I think, or at least who he played next to. The only time I saw him play better than anyone was when he played next to Joe Gomez, mainly. So as much as I don't want to underestimate what Virgil has been, I certainly don't want to overestimate that we can get him back to a player that he hasn't been for 2 years, pretty much. And I think to bank on that when you know, league titles are going by the year. We've missed out on like 3 in a row. You know what I mean? I'm not really wanting to miss out on one more. Therefore, going with somebody who I heavily question going into the season, yes, I do believe that there needs to be a replacement for that. And that a replacement doesn't mean sell Virgil, bring in someone new. A replacement can very much mean, fine, have Virgil and Kanate as part of the plans, but if you buy a new guy and he just so happens to start playing better, let's fuck off this favouritism that I can't fucking stand and let's go with the players who are the best. It's very simple.
Very facts. Husam, your take on that?
I think favoritism is definitely a big problem at this football club regarding. I think it's, but this is why, like I always say, like I'm always balanced when it comes to this whole conversation because I'm not one of them ones who just defend Klopp blindly. There's some criticism for favoritism because I'd say it's a little bit probably more his fault. The whole sentimental favoritism, maybe element of it. I would have I got to a stage last season where, no exaggeration, I was probably more in favor of playing the likes of Bobby Clark than playing any of the guys we used to play in midfield. Like I was just, and one thing I always like kind of get on Klopp about last season is after the Madrid game, we really had nothing to play for anymore. Like, let's just keep it a buck. We really had nothing to play for anymore. I wish we kind of tried the whole Trent inverted thing from then. Like, I really wish we kind of just, you know, did the whole Trent inverted thing after that Madrid game and just tried something different. And I think favoritism needs to end, and we'll see that with the season starting. If we pull up to Stamford Bridge and Henderson is on the team sheet, on the starting 11, then we really haven't progressed as an ideology. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Hear that? Well, listen, what a show it's been. You know,
quality.
It's a link up that has been long overdue. Hammers, we're over the moon to have you back in the YouTube scene. Absolutely.
Great to be here.
I know you've been back for like 3 or 4 weeks now, but like just to have you back in general is YouTube missed you. We've missed you, so it's good to have you back.
Thank you, sir.
Husam, it's good to have your hair back. We've missed it. So yeah. What was it?
So this guy, let me tell you about this guy, Big Six Bands.
What was I?
No, you ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna do this. Let me tell you about this guy, Big Six. Let me tell you about this guy, Big Six Bands family. This guy, when he's talking about me, he's like, "Oh, he's too big to come on my channel." Blah blah blah. He invited me for the first time in a year, and I come on directly. I always say yes to this guy. I always say yes to this guy, and he's out here lying on my name. telling the people that I don't do his shows because I'm some sort of celebrity. I ain't no celebrity. I'm just a regular guy from Jordan. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys subscribe.
15,000 subscribers. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Here we go. Guys, I'm a humble young man. I don't do any of this. It's not about the numbers. It's not about the numbers, man.
But I will destroy you in a debate, is what he says in another sentence. But he's humble.
Absolutely, in a debate. Oh, I'm not humble in a debate because you can never get me. Hey.
I hate you. I don't even like you anymore. Brother.
I hate him more.
Literally. But listen, people, thank you so much for tuning in. Have you guys got any more content you guys want to tell the people? Still 300 people in there, so let's...
Daily content on both channels, so make sure you subscribe, prepare to get those notifications on, because yeah, there's nothing but quality. Me and Husam have started doing content together, so until one of us becomes a big deal, enjoy that until it lasts, because the first one to get 100k subscribers, we're going, bro. We're going. By the way, I'm forgetting about all you, man, when I get 100k. Like, sorry, what's your name again?
I'm only 85,000 away, James.
Literally 95 away from me. You know what I'm saying? 95, just 95,000.
That's good. James, if you upload one video per week, you're getting there before me. Now, like, what are we doing here? This guy's
we're doing content together now. We'll all grow together, bro.
When a certain something comes out in 5 weeks, I'm gonna forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So just know, you know what I'm saying? But listen, people, again, the same thing counts. If you're watching this back, by the way, we hit 4,800 subscribers. I've just seen that now. Thank you, people. Thank you very much.
Big up, guys. Big up. Well in.
Chat. Keep on subscribing. We are less than 200 away from 5K. That is crazy. So again, people, if you want to see this every week, that's if these guys are open to do this, by the way. If you guys want to see this every week or every couple of weeks, I've enjoyed this loads. Then listen, smash the like button, get in the comments, tell us what you thought of the video, drop us some of your opinions on what's going on with Liverpool, and just keep on interacting. And make sure you subscribe to these guys as well, man. They're doing brilliant work, as I've already said a few times in this video already. Again, just going to shout out the members, and then of course we will close out the video. Husam is going to take off his hat, by the way. No, I'm joking. Big up Ethan, big up D1, big up KNFC, big up Honestly Ed, Solo, Dennis the Great, Bayesian Reds TV, Snake Eyes, Roms, NDT, Joel, Madonka, and Aiden Andrews. And of course, big up those who sent the super chats in as well. Big up Allergies, JD Activist, JK8092, Kosai as well, and JD Activist again, because that was his second super chat. So guys, big up everyone. Again, Husam is going to be going live straight after this, so make sure you guys head over there and make sure you guys jump in and all that stuff as well. Never If I will also going to be going live at the same time, so there's just enough football content going on, man. So make sure you head over to both these guys, and yeah, man, it's been a great stream. Anything you guys want to say right before we close off?
Thank you for having me, sir.
Thank you for having me. Like and subscribe. Hashtag Monts out.
Good, and I'm going to leave it on. We're going to leave on the video of what James thinks about Husam. Take care, people.
Soft. Overrated. Pretty boy. A bitch.